All right, Ed, the Vancouver Canucks start their road trip with a pretty sterling effort in Montreal, I'd say. Something that struck me is they get down early, Demko's in goal, they've got the Markstrom injury they're dealing with, and I can just see people's attitudes right away going, oh my God, this is it, it's all burning to the ground, and the team finds a way to fight back. Is this really the story of what's happened to this team this year, is their resiliency?
I think that's part of it, and resiliency is kind of code for they can score goals now, and that's it. And no, like for 4 years they're down 2-0. They may as well ended the game after like the first 5 minutes of the first period. But when you can score goals, when you have the confidence you can score goals, it changes everything. And to me, that's what it's about. So, yeah, the resiliency, and I know they like to play that up because hockey likes to talk in terms of character, in terms of all these intangibles. But I think it comes down to something a little more basic than that.
Sandpaper.
Yeah. Truculence.
But you're right. It is the skill that's carried them through. And let's talk about Quinn Hughes for a second. He's on a list now that I've seen. I think there's only 8 or 9 defensemen who've scored this many points, and he's still got a significant amount of games to go before he's 21 in one season. I know we have talked about how good he is. I know you saw him coming into the team even before they drafted him, saw him at the World Juniors as well. Are you surprised at how well he's done?
Oh, I think everybody is. I think everybody knew they got a good player, but it was, to say you saw him stepping in, running a power play, being really, it looks like he's going to top out 65 points and might hit 70. I mean, that really is groundbreaking stuff for a rookie defenseman. I think later on in the week I'm going to try and deconstruct that whole first round and how he fell into the lap. But it was like all the bad draft karma the Canucks had accumulated in the first 48 years of their existence. Up until that point, it was like the Dan Woodleys and the Jason Herders and the J.J. Daniels. And it was like the cosmic roulette wheel finally spun the right set of numbers up and Quinn Hughes landed in their laps.
But the irony is, you talk about spinning numbers, Canuck fans traditionally eschewing their bad luck by not getting the first overall pick. Yeah. If they have the first pick in the Hughes or the Pettersson draft, they don't have either.
No, it really is, and because I think you have to look at the Pettersson pick, which was a little different because by the way that first round unfolded, they had their pick of centerman. And there was a group there, and everybody was saying, oh, it's got to be Cody Glass. No, it's got to be this guy. Full credit to them. They stepped up and took the high-risk, high-reward guy, and it's paid off. Hughes is a little different. They needed some things to happen in front of them, and they all not only did 1 or 2 happen, there's about 3 things that happened that all led to them Hughes. But I'm just sorry if I can just finish. There's a wonderful clip, and I hadn't seen it before. I think other people had, of the Canucks draft table. And it's when Detroit announces they take Zadina, and you can see, like, Jim Binning is not a demonstrative guy, but you see this smile playing up, and Weisbrod gives it the little fist bump like they knew they were where they were going. They almost grabbed the jersey and sprinted up to the podium to announce the pick.
Other big news for the Canucks, obviously, is Jacob Markstrom. Patrick Johnson was the first guy to report this, which is great for him. Torn meniscus, out, who knows, probably back by the playoffs.
Yeah.
Thatcher Demko, good story as well, but are you concerned with Markstrom missing this amount of time?
I think it depends what your expectations are. If you're expecting Demko to come in and provide a Vezina caliber level of goaltending like Markstrom had, I think you might be disappointed, but I think he's going to be fine over the short term. I think he will provide a professional level of goaltending, much like we saw in Montreal. There was maybe 1 or 2 you might question, but allowed 3 goals, gave the team a chance to come back, and I think that's what you can expect going forward. I think his save percentage is somewhere around 905, 906. If he keeps that up, the Canucks will be fine.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was Tyler Toffoli. Of course, we have this phenomenon now about tanking and draft picks, and my goodness, if you give up a 4th rounder, the GM's an idiot. There was certainly a lot of angst around the futures that the Canucks gave up to get a guy like Toffoli. Pretty big impact right off the bat.
Yeah, and isn't it what a refreshing change that the Canucks are that team that goes out and gets the whale at the trade deadline? Yeah. Instead of being, that sort of, let's wait till the lottery, the 2 most exciting days for Canucks fans over the last 4 years has been the draft lottery and draft day. Yeah. And now they finally, they get this guy who just seems to take every conceivable box for them, the way they want to play, and then the intangibles as well coming from a winning program, sturdy 2-way game, it has grit, all those things. For them to go out and get that guy, I think it was a great hockey move, but I think what it said around the hockey move was just as important.
Great stuff. So Ed will be back next week to talk about more things Canucks. In the meantime, you can check out his writing and all our beat reporting as well. TheProvince.com, VancouverSun.com. Also check out our podcast, The White Towel. You can subscribe to it through Apple Podcasts.